Hey, this is Cowboys Garage. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk a little bit about who might be on the hot seat, who might be on the outs after we picked up some new talent. I want to cover the offensive side of the ball, and on the offense, as I'm looking at here, the biggest question mark at the moment is probably going to be what we're going to do on the offensive line side of the house. On the offensive sideline, with us picking up Connor McGovern, kind of leaves in the question what we're going to do with what we're going to do with Connor Williams. Connor Williams, I think stays on this team. I think he's locked on this team. I think Connor McGovern absolutely makes this team. You know, with that said, what's that say about some of our backup players? Connor McGovern's also capable of playing center. So it leaves me, the biggest question mark for me is Adam Redmond. I swing, Adam Redmond, our backup singer, and our backup guard for Zach Martin and backup center, Adam Redmond. I think he may be in trouble. As well as who currently backs up Connor Williams. Well, right now, currently, he's Philo backs up Connor Williams. And we brought in Connor McGregor that actually plays that position. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we plug in Connor McGregor as backup? Does Calvin McGovern eventually take that spot? Take that spot, and Connor Williams got to look for new work. Well, if that's the case, some people talk with the idea of moving Williams to right tackle, which would essentially put Larry Collins out of a job. Which means Lyle Collins, is a little bit vulnerable there if we decide to go that route. He's a little bit vulnerable. Probably survives as a backup as minimum, at least for this last season. We might just let him ride out this last season. But it's also possible that we could just, since this is his last season, it's possible we could cut ties with Lyle Collins. So I think Lyle Collins has some real concerns there. Adam Redmond has some real concerns. And I think Xavier Silfilo has some concerns there. Moving on, let's talk about receivers. Now, for me, I only locked in three receivers. I locked in obviously Amari Cooper, goes without saying. I locked in Michael Gallup, and I locked in Randall Cobb. I think those three are not absolutely not going anywhere. And before we got Tony Pollard, I would have locked in Tavon Austin. But those players, from what I understand, do similar things. And picking up Pollard could make Tavon Austin expendable in the right situation. Because Pollard can also do kickoff and punt returns just like Austin can. So Tony Pollard is a real threat to Tavon Austin. I just don't know if we're going to carry Pollard as a receiver or as a running back. Now, if we carry Pollard as a running back, then Tavon Austin becomes a lock. And what that leaves is Allen Hurns, Noah Brown, and Lance Lenoir. I'm fighting out, and Cedric Wilson, all fighting for spots. And probably two out of those four are probably going to walk away with spots. So that's kind of how I see that shaping up. If we carry Tony Pollard as a running back, obviously it's taking up a running back spot, so which means that's one less spot available. What does that mean? Well, we got Mike Weber. Mike Weber, come on here. If he make this team, it's going to be out of him and Darius Jackson. competing for a spot, and whoever else we might throw in an account. But realistically, Darius Jackson, Mike Weber's going to be competing for that third running back spot. If we carry Tony Pollard as running back, I think in that situation, Mike Weber would probably went out. Because we were happy with when I look at it, we were happy with Darius Jackson. We would have never grabbed Mike Weber. We would have in a different position. So I think Darius Jackson is definitely on the bubble. He's definitely has some room for concern. So looking at all of that, just a quick recap of what I'm saying is Adam Redmond, Xavier Su'a-Filo, Lance Lenore, Darius Jackson, Noah Brown, all have some legitimate reasons for concern, and they're really going to have to compete to make this team. And the last position I didn't talk about, that I should talk about, is tight end. The tight end, we run a two-back set, so we'll probably carry 4 tight ends at a minimum. That don't mean they all going to be active. We'll probably carry 4 tight ends, but we may only carry 3. And if we only carry 3, those 3 are going to be Blake Jarvis, Dalton Schultz, and Jason Witten, outside of any injury. We did pick up in free agency Cody McElroy, and of course Rico Gallis is still on the team. But I think this ended up being the end of the line for Rico Gallis. Rico Gallis is probably not going to make this team. And McElroy may or may not make this team, but likely he won't make the team either. So those are guys that need to be worried or probably should be concerned after this. I think when I did a count, I locked in about 35 players. We got to get to 50. We got to get to 53. So we got 18 players. We got our team fighting out for those last 18 spots. But see what happens. I hope it all works out. For them. Obviously, y'all be Cowboys, but it's a business, and we only take the best of the best. And lastly, I'll say is, don't think I have anything personal against any of these players. It's nothing personal against any players. It's just who I think just got some legitimate reasons for concern about their roster spot. That's really going to compete for spots. Now, I don't really have. We were a playoff team last year. I don't have complaints about anybody that was on the team per se. Some players I like better than others, but ultimately, I want what's in the best interest of the Cowboys, and that's putting together the strongest team possible. Nothing personal about this assessment. Just who I think got to really come with it. This Cowboys Abroad. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out.